Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi, hello, how are my beauties, my lovelies, my royalty? Oh, let's get that scorching hot, just boiling hot tea out. If you like it cold, just hold the ice, please. You know that icy, yeah, political reasons, yeah, political reasons. And yes, I have a lot of part twos and part threes and story times, and I haven't done a Gray Sheep episode in a long time. And Reddit, I have so many Reddit screenshots. This episode is kind of about my screenshots on Patreon, but it's a specific group because well, yeah, make sure you got those snacks and that tea. Okay, because it's Hmm. Leaning kind of political in some aspects, but it's really hardcore on the dating. Well, not even dating, because most of these men don't even want me, like me, or interested in me. But for some reason, let's get into it. How come men can have standards, and men can, even before I wrote my standards, men would write me telling me why they were not interested in me, talking mostly to the black men too, because yeah, when certain black men, or I mean some white men too, so I'll just say men, but it was really heartbreaking with the amount of times that black men did this. But then at the same time, we have a black rapper now trying to tell people they don't need to learn how to read. Ooh, black baby Jesus. Oh, like to me, that was one of the most stupid, ignorant, awful, terrible, disgusting things I have ever heard in my entire life. And I am so happy and proud to say that I have never listened to his music, and I'm going to try to make sure that I never do because I do not want that type of ignorance in my ear. But anyway, uh, it's like when black men would either see my education and or me do my lives on Meet Me, Face or Scout or Plenty of Fish, they'd be like, "Oh, rap some of these lyrics. Oh, pull down that shirt. I want to see your chest. Oh, you're curvy. No, yeah, turn around, bend over. Yeah, no, I just want to see that." Like, I'm just like, and with when I did my streaming or lives or whatever. It was during COVID. I was bored. I'm an extrovert. Well, I'm slightly more introverted now because with my disability, a lot of people put me down or tell me that I don't belong outside in the public. Like, yeah, and or you shouldn't get a job. But then at the same, like, okay, real quick, some of you Republican people decide what lane you're gonna be in and stay on that side. Some of you guys want to stay on both sides. Like you don't want to see disabled people out in public, but then you want us to work. How the crap do you want us to work? Like, no, you don't. You're not gonna make me be on one of those like on the phone sales. Nah, nah. Especially, I went to school. I got my degrees. I worked hard. But do you know how many people I know? Oh, what are you doing outside? You shouldn't be outside. You should stay at home. Oh, these disabled people, like, get a job, be a part of the society. Mm. But anyway, with the standards and things, a lot of men would see my, like, they would see me on my lives, but then the descriptions on my page about my education and if I'm vaccinated and things like that. And they would automatically start being mean to me and telling me how I'm not hood enough. I'm a square. I'm too white. I'm an Oreo, and or I wasted, a lot of men, period, tell me that I wasted my time getting an education and I should have just focused on having babies. I plan on doing a whole series on that part because part of me feels like, so who was I supposed to have children with? which man was I supposed to suffer with for the rest of my life? Because each of the men that I dated, I would have been suffering. It would have been a nightmare. It would have been terrible. And I kind of see why Mr. No Heart didn't want kids. And he threatened to break up with me if I adopted and fostered. But yeah, he was mostly concerned about the adoption. Yeah. And I remember he was talking to his roommate, but he didn't know I could hear him. And he was saying that if he finds out that I was going to try to adopt, because he knew I was working 3 jobs. And yeah, okay, this should be in it for another episode, but no, it's on the subject. So I'm going to do the whole entire story later, but I have to at least do this little bit now. Because I was working 3 jobs. I was saving for a house. I was trying to pay off student loans. It's like, oh, my credit score was on. Oh, it was good. Oh, and I was making sure I was, just having everything up to the highest echelons and everything like that or whatever. But I overheard him saying, like, oh, I think she still wants to adopt. I don't think I scared her enough. So he started whispering, and I'll tell you in the episode when I tell the story, he started saying what his plans were to make sure I wasn't going to be able to adopt. And he doesn't know, like, I was already planning on breaking up with him, but I was so nervous and scared because since my walking was getting worse, I was like, no one else is going to want me. And I was trying to prove my mom wrong. So parents, you do not know what your children and adult children are dealing with already. And like, especially if you're telling your children that they're not smart enough, good enough, and they're not smart or good as one of your other children, and how the other child is perfect and they wish they didn't have you. Like, yeah, I was told all of this. And so that's going to interfere with who I date and me settling. But at the same time, I knew not to settle when it came to having children because I did not want to ever think that I only had that child because as a woman, I'm supposed to. I wanted children, but I didn't want to feel like, oh, I got to settle with this no good, stupid idiot. Lockakey, No Heart, Scott, Sean, Brian. Yeah, all of you, and more. But yeah, I never wanted to feel like I was just going to settle. Yeah. So, oh yeah, Ben. Did I say Ben? I might have said like, but yeah, it's just, when it comes to dating, how come men are allowed to tell us, women, their expectations of us, and they tell us that we have to change? Because there were so many dating sermons that my bishop and pastor like tried to brainwash me. But I'm so glad that I knew it was brainwashing because I remember, like, you already know what my one pastor said, but the bishop, because I will never forget. He was like, "You could change a woman, but you'll never be able to change a man." And he was like, "Hallelujah, blah blah blah, whatever." So, gentlemen, pick wisely, but just know you will be able to. Like, and read from a couple scriptures or whatever, but he was like basically saying to. It just sounded like you can make that woman be who you want, and I think that's one reason why even on these dating apps, like, conservative men are now pretending that they're liberal and Democrat in order to get a Democrat liberal woman, because a lot of Democrat liberal women don't want anything to do with them, so they feel like they can trick the woman and date them and then slowly convert and change them. And some conservative men, they just don't care. They are gonna get a liberal woman to change her. They have conservative on their profiles. I got the screenshots on Patreon to, as evidence. But yeah, I'm noticing a lot of that, especially 2024 and 2025. Who, like, the conservative men, I mean, they were writing me like they just did not care. And some of them didn't read my profile, but then some that did, oh, they were trying to put me straight. Do you know how many white conservative men try to call me racist? Because I said I'm not going to date a Republican, orange man supporter, or MAGA, whatever. How is that racist? Is that a race? What shade? Off white, beige, pinkish white, blush? Like, what shade is that? What race is that? I want to know. I really want to know because I know some black men is going to be really upset and mad. Candace Owens going to be really upset and mad. It's like those twins. Like I don't know the name of their channel, whatever. They're going to be really upset. Uh, there's that one of them passed away, but it's like diamonds and like not pearly girl, like but yeah, there was two African American women. Oh, they went to the White House. They hugged up on the orange man. Oh, they did their shit. Like, yeah, they would be highly upset. African American month, the last these black people going up to that White House, all like with their MAGA hats and everything, bragging and oh look at us. Oh, you upset? You upset? No, I'm not upset. You're proving how dumb you are. No, I'm good. It's like I'm glad that the 8% are showing themselves. Like I'm not upset. Whatever. Do you, boo? Do you? But with a lot of these men, they are allowed to have standards, but when they see a woman have standards, all of a sudden, like, this is one thing that really just, it's annoying. Because, okay, I'm going to quote from one of them as an example, but I have at least 20, or yeah, no, at least like 30 to 50 like this. But this one that I don't know if I might have uploaded one, but yeah, anyways. Well, I read your bio. I must admit I don't fit the criteria. Anyone can make bad decisions or choices. I'm just saying. My point is not to look down on others. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you want. I say to you, good luck in your endeavors. May you find happiness through your days still. Sincerely. Okay. But to me, I'm just like, how come you guys can have standards and a woman's just going to see them and we're going to, like, okay, I'm either he's not my type anyways or I don't fit his standards or whatever. Swipe left, keep going. That's what I do. I think that's what most women do, but I've been doing research, and if you look at my Patreon, you're gonna see some of the research because I've been typing messages and I've been asking like AI from psychology and therapy, like different attributes, like how to break it down and everything, and why do I keep finding these patterns, or I'll type two or three and I'm like, okay, so like they're each saying partly the same thing. Can you break it down? And they're kind of getting really interesting. So, but I don't like, I know some people are like, you're lazy. Just use Google. I can't like, okay, I have 3 degrees and 3 certifications, but none of them, like I have anthropology, but I didn't study psychology and things like that. So, like for me, that would like, I'm trying to finish a novel, I'm trying to get my books and my candles and greeting cards and everything like that. So, I'm doing the best I can. I'm using resources to in different aspects to the point where I'm not publishing this stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm doing the studies and typing things in because I feel like I'm learning and I feel like others people can learn as well. So, but yeah, if you have a problem with that, and at least I'm honest. I'm just going to be blunt and honest with what I do, what I choose when I do use AI and when I don't. With my novels, I don't use AI. It's like, well, with weapons, if I want to know how much damage stuff can do, and with the different martial arts, the kicks and stuff, because I want to make sure that I don't mix different martial arts with others if that superhero doesn't, if they're not supposed to know how to do that kick or whatever like that. Sometimes that's what I would do, or I would be like, what pattern makes sense? Because I want to make sure, like, if I'm gonna have someone in a fight scene, I want the things to make sense. And because, especially if someone is a arts person, I don't want them reading this like, how the crap are they supposed to do? That's stupid. That's dumb. That doesn't make any sense. So that's when I'm like, okay, let me see it. But anyways, like I said, I'm honest. I'm going to tell the truth. But it's like, other than that, yeah, it's like, so that's the kind of stuff I use it for, because I want to make sure things, you know, it's like, but other than, anyways, if you believe me, great. If you don't, I'll get over it, whatever. So, but with this message, like, so many men have said that I look down on them. How? I list my standards and I say that if you don't fit them, we're not going to date. We could be friends, but we're not going to date. I'm not quoting, but that's in summary. But so many men say I look down. I'm not going to date you. Look, not dating you is not looking down. Not being compatible is not looking down. It's called not being compatible for a relationship. And it's like me knowing who I would probably divorce and quickly. Like, I could never date a Republican, a MAGA, or an Orange Man supporter. But they get mad the most. And they call me the slave and Jim Crow and like the white girl wannabe and just so many, like, I mean, black men sometimes, but, and they call me racist and everything. And it's like, little boy, okay, for one, you're like, okay, if you're so upset that I'm not a Republican, get over it. Like, we have two parties, we have more than that, but many of them, but if you expect every single woman to be, the same party as you, like, then we don't have a democracy. Like, yeah. I mean, oh yeah, it's like there was this one guy. Yeah, I uploaded his last week. It was so funny because, like, oh yeah, I did ask AI. Oh, I did. Did I screenshot it? If not, I'll redo it. It was really fun because AI was just like, I don't know what he's talking about. His historical like information is all over the place. It's incorrect. His education is, and I was just like, ooh, AI is blasting you. Thank you. So, but yeah, like, so many men are saying I look down on them. It's like, guys, ladies, gentlemen, if someone has standards, sometimes that standard is supposed to save you time. We all have one life. And if that person sees that they are not compatible with you, then take a deep breath and keep going. Keep either swiping or get out there. It's like, even with your hobbies, interests, meet other people with the, like, and if you're saying, oh well, I play basketball, it's an all guy team, find co-ed. Oh well, it's like, with this hobby it's mostly this gender, find another hobby. It's like, I understand, as someone with a disability, trust me, I know how hard it is to get out there and date. Trust me, I'm happy and blessed with the person I found. And I found mine online, but it took years. Because I was with Mr. No Heart for 7 years. I can't believe I wasted that much time with that no good, stupid, just idiot. But, and then Mr. Lockakey, who blackmailed me into a relationship. Yeah, but I was still brainwashed by the church, and I didn't want to feel bad if he actually followed his word and eliminated himself from the earth because I didn't date him. Yeah. And so those two men are some of the reasons why I have my list of standards, because Lakaki blackmailed me and he like love bombed me and everything like that. And until I was halfway done with my master's, next thing I know, threatening to punch holes in the walls and everything like that if I didn't stop doing my homework and stuff like that, and or just, and then he owed me money and I had enough. I had to break up with him. I was just so over it. But the only way he, like, if you've been listening to the over 700 episodes, you already know. You already know. How was I going to get that money back? Because I ended up not getting it back because, yeah, you already know. But then with Mr. No Heart, he hurt me in every single way he possibly could. He only dated me because he hated me. Men, stop doing that. Some of you men act like, oh my gosh, I'm single. Oh, I have a hard time meeting women. Oh, women don't like me. Oh, women are stupid because they don't want to blow. Like, stop hating women. Stop. Like, when you date women, don't hate them. Actually, act like maybe you're actually interested in them. Act like you might actually want to hear their opinion. Like, act like they are human. Try that for once. So many men out here don't. One reason, because a lot of men, not even only Republican men, because some Democrat men, like, they they don't see women as equals. They don't see us as human at all. And it's pretty sad. And so many men, like, going on dates with men, and they, like, some of them will even pretend like, yeah, I'm a nice guy, yeah, blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, you're trapped in their car. And or, oh yeah, I'll pick you up, I'll take, no, that's a trap. And especially with these gas prices, I'd be like, hey, if he says he's gonna pick you up, like, no, sorry, sorry. There are so many episodes I need to do because there are some apps where I'm going to be testing them out, but it's about saving money and different ways to save money and stuff. And I'm going to be getting ready to start back with secret shopping and everything. And so, yeah, but I'm team save that money. Yeah, just like that one rapper. Oh my gosh, I love that one song, Save That Money. But yeah, I I wish it would be safe to ride in a vehicle with the guy all of the time. Like, with the guy I'm with, not like, oh my gosh, I felt so safe, which was so unusual. Like, it was so odd because of how safe I felt. I was extremely nervous, but I felt safe. And one reason, which is, oh, another thing. Okay. Automatically do a virtual date first. This way you see him, and you see him. Like, it may not be to a point where you can reach your hand across or whatever like that, but virtual, trust me. Some of these men, some of these men, and some of these men forget to tell you how old those pictures are, or if anything's missing. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah. And, or just, I've got stories. But with your standards, if you get, like, because some men, they're gonna try to, like, some of them aren't texters, some of them aren't gonna, like, if you want a full conversation and stuff, that's why I say virtual. And you can ask the right questions, ask the important questions. And, like, especially if you're a young lady, it's like if you're just not turning 18, yeah, because if you're younger than 18, you shouldn't be listening to my channel, this for the grown folks and stuff. Which, oh yeah, the bully that's been trying to attack me and everything for, yeah, she she forced her kids to watch it's like, I'm just like, how big of a idiot doofus, just ridiculous human being are you? Are you, like, she called, because yeah, she called me special ed, but, and she called me obese special ed and so many other things. But yeah, you force your children to watch my channel. Mm. Anyway, but yes, some advice that I have for the new lead adults, especially the young adults, is Have a journal, and have, I would say, have different journals. One for your goals and aspirations in life and things that you expect from yourself, and one even about friendships and relationships and your expectations of them. Because while you're like, when you start dating and stuff, if you find like, if one of your parents smokes, but then as you're dating and you find out, I don't want a smoker, I can't be around that anymore. Or someone who drinks, like, you can't be around that. Or you are a drinker and you feel more comfortable with someone else who does drink within limits or whatever. Yeah, you don't want that Justin Timberlake or, oh yeah, Britney Spears. Yeah, which I'm going to talk about that too, because the sexism even with that is interesting. But it's like sense of humor, the types of movies. Like, like I've met so many men who put me down because I do not watch horror movies, and like the things they call me, and it's kind of to the point where, okay. So, and this is what I'm talking about back with what my bishop said at the church or whatever. Some of the men would, like, when I say I don't like horror movies, but then they'd invite me over their house to watch a movie. And then they're like, oh, well, you don't like horror, but you just don't get it. So, yeah, I'm going to play this. And then I'm like, I'm uncomfortable and I'm closing my eyes and I don't like it and I can't wait to leave. But then when I'm trying to leave right after the movie, then they put me down and they start like antagonizing me, and just, it's, oh. And oh yeah, remember the guy, like, even like the disabled community, because since I have a disability, you would think that, like, people kept telling me date someone else with a disability. There's been guys who have invisible disabilities who put me down and tell me that they would still be embarrassed to be with me, or that they're not going to deal with me, and or they tell me that I have the type of disability where I should stay home and I shouldn't find work. But it's really funny because the guy on the spectrum, yeah, yeah. I kind of wonder how he feels now, because oh, he was awful to me. His name is David too. I don't care with him. It's like the way he degraded me, like the way he treated me was below animal. He treated me like I was worthless. Yeah, so his name is David. Yeah, I don't care. Um and yeah, I'm gonna have a part two, but yeah, now the more that I'm thinking about it, have the virtual dates. Try to get a vibe, and with your journals, have questions, have a list of questions, or even put it in a Google Doc. It could be a spreadsheet or a doc, a regular doc and stuff, and list all the important things that you want to ask. And if they don't want to answer it, make a note of that, and maybe ask yourself, why don't they want to answer this? And ask them, why don't you want to answer this? And because when I talk about politics and I ask those questions, they don't want to answer a lot of times. It's funny. It gets interesting. Because then when I no longer want to talk to them, and they're like, why don't you talk to me? Baby, respond, do this. What, oh, can I call you later? They're like, no, 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 no. You didn't want, first you tell me that, like, some of them tell me it doesn't matter, some of them tell me, well, it's like, I'm gonna wait until I third date and I kiss you passionately, because by then you're gonna get over and you're not gonna care about my politics. And this is what I'm saying, ask the questions as soon as possible, because some of these people, man or woman, they're gonna try to trick you into the relationship. They're gonna know that normally they would not be your type. They don't care. A lot of these people out here, they don't care about your feelings. They care about what's in their pants. They care about what they want. They're selfish. And a lot of relationships, and one reason why a lot of people end up with broken hearts is because of selfishness. I had to become selfish enough to break up with my ex because he was a no good, selfish, conniving, evil, vindictive human being. I have so much more, but I'll stop right there. So, I'll have a part two. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman. I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.